Shalom, everyone. Shalom.
Mic check.
Mic check.
If you can hear us, put one in the chat.
Mic check.
If you can hear us, put one in the chat, please. If you can hear us. Not at the beginning.
Well, this may be a recurring thing.
Wow.
Oh, Lord. Hey, everyone.
Did anybody put one? I didn't see one yet.
Let's see.
Mic check. If you can hear us, push one. Asante Sana.
Thank you.
Asante Sana. Karibu back to T3 and me, everybody.
Somebody said, hope you didn't hurt yourself. He hurt my foot.
Oh, my bad, dang.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hurt myself, but obviously I hurt my wife's foot, so pointing. But Karibu, y'all. Karibu. Asante Sana. Thank you for tuning in. Uh-oh.
Hold on, y'all. Naya is coughing. Let me hold her.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Lashandra, hi. How are you? Binti Wamungu said Mambo Kaka and Dada, we can hear you. Okay. Good. And
Nzuri.
Y'all say hi to Naya, y'all. She mad.
She mad right now.
Her daddy woke her up with his fall, I think.
Wow. Wow.
Naya.
Wow. Well, yes. Karibu, everyone. Welcome back.
It's been a while. Wow.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Shalom.
Since we've been live, y'all. It's been a lot going on. As y'all can see, we got a new addition to the family. Miss Naya.
Mrs. Naya Ford.
Yes.
Yeah, she's new to the family.
Yes.
We have 2 children, so hey, that's an adjustment.
Yes.
But it's nonetheless, we getting it done. We're gonna do it. So hey, what's going on, y'all? What's this?
Shalom, Darrell. Tazadika said, hey, baby girl. She said, hey. Someone asking about the land project. Sky Angel for Love. If y'all have any questions about the land project, send an email to Eliana from the channel Journey with Us. I'm going to leave her email in the chat and put in the subject line land project so she knows. So her email is tiffygwrites. I'm going to write it in at Yahoo. I'm going to write it in the chat now. Oops, I did not spell that right. Tiffy G Wrights. Okay. There we go.
Boom. Yes, just reach out to her.
Yes.
And we'll set everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. We got a new edition. Things are changing. Things are growing. You know, we're learning a lot. We've been through a lot. So, you know, it's all a journey. It's all a journey, but we're going to keep going, you know, and do what we got to do. And get to where we got to go. Because we got a vision, we got a goal. And we got a, you know, a certain way that we operate. We're going to get things done.
Yes.
There's no other way.
Okay. So, topic, y'all see the title is, you know, some of y'all probably got an idea of what we about to talk about, but man, there's so much going on with current events and world news. It's like, man, like I turn on if I open up Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp, like I'm getting like dozens of articles, videos, watch this. I'm like, man, like my head be spinning. I can't even keep up with everything. TNT with Mike and Jazz, hey, I can't even keep up with everything that's going on. Like, man, with the metaverse and the robots and all this stuff. I'm just like, man, like, what is really going on?
Yeah.
So
Fortunately for us, man, you know, we don't get to see it as much, and it's not as rampant in our faces as as it is on that side of the world. And man, it's a gift. It's a gift, honestly. But we have to stay in tune, because we have to give a message as well. That's the part that's kind of like, you know, you can't be too detached from it.
yeah.
We still attached in a way, but for the most part, like if we don't get it sent to us, it's like, wow, like that's what's really going on now. Like it's really that deep now. It's crazy.
So like with this whole metaverse thing, you know, it's like they're basically trying to change the world from the real world to a virtual reality. You know, it's like I'm hearing crazy things like you can buy real estate, like you can spend real money on real estate in the virtual world and own a virtual plot. I'm like, am I retarded or are they retarded? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Like someone paid money for a virtual football that was signed. Well, it was a real football that was signed by a famous NFL player, but they don't actually own the real football. They own the virtual version of the football and paid a lot of money for that. So I'm just like, what? Like, how does that work? So like, I'm like,
I don't know. I'm lost for words.
It's like, are we living in this? Are we living in the Twilight Zone? Let me pinch you. That's you? Okay. Because eventually, it's gonna get to the point where, you know, some people, like maybe like younger generations, they're not gonna be able to distinguish reality from metaverse, virtual reality. But yeah, like, and then I'm seeing like talking robots. I see that, and then the robots can reproduce. Apparently, did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
They have like real human emotions. They're like, oh, we don't know, you know, what these robots, you know, what they're capable of and how they'll evolve. I'm like, what? Like crazy because like they put everything in the movies. Because I don't know if y'all remember that movie, I, Robot. But it basically was like the robots took over with Will Smith. Yeah. And it's like they tell us what they're going to do before they do it. And then it's kind of like genius because it's like you have half the people that don't believe it because they're like, oh, that's just a movie. That's just virtual sci-fi. You know, that's made up. And then there are those of us that understand that they have to tell us what they're going to do before they do it. You know, that's just how the universe, that's just how the Most High set it up. They can't do anything without first telling us.
Yeah.
So. I'm gonna let you take over because I gotta go.
But yeah, they have to give us a heads up. And like, there's no way that like, man, those movies and stuff that we watch, like why is someone even thinking about something like that? Like why is your mind all the way over there to even direct something and we think it's not possible? Like someone sat down and thought about everything that's playing out. Like this stuff is like a whole, like it's books on this stuff. Like there's articles, there's TED Talks. Like people are literally telling us their entire plan and walking it out. And it's like predictive programming. And then like we all have the choice. If you want to continue to go with the programming, you know, it's on you, but they give us the option. But it seems like we don't have the option because we're so tied to what they're giving us. But at the end of the day, we all have the option. We have the choice to detach ourselves from it. We have to at this point. Like it's getting crazy.
They saying the picture is blurry a little bit.
Probably because of the Wi-Fi. Yeah, the connection. Africa.
Excuse me. Well, can y'all hear us pretty good? Thank you.
No.
Yeah. If y'all can, I know someone said the picture is like blurry a little bit. Can y'all hear us good? If y'all can hear us, put a 1. So Darrell said it's good on my end.
Oh, it's their Wi-Fi.
They said they can hear us. Okay, cool. So So yeah, so when you think about it, it's like we see this push towards the technological age, which technology in and of itself isn't necessarily nefarious or evil, but it's what they're doing with it that's gonna make it evil, And we know that they had these things set up. They've had this whole agenda that they're gonna do set up since decades and decades ago. I mean, they had all the world wars planned out. The coming World War III, they had that planned out. And so even with this new variant, Omarion, the Omarion variant, there was movies and video games that were done years ago that was talking about this very variant, and how it was going to be basically like the end of the world. It was going to kill so many different people. And so, it's like they're telling us what they're going to do before they do it, as they have to. That's just the laws of the universe. So, people make fun of Africa. They say, oh, it's underdeveloped, it's third world, they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have like all the things in the West, which is true. I wouldn't call it the third world because that's a derogatory term, but just for the sake of us understanding each other.
It's definitely not a third world.
Yeah.
Definitely not a third world continent. We have to be specific. And definitely Tanzania is not a third world country. There's some places, but for the most part, no. And everybody's being developed, so, it's a matter of
first world, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, honestly, it's a blessing that Africa has remained at this level, third world level, if you will, because they're not going to be able to implement any of those things for them. They may be able to do like one or two things, but the whole agenda, hooking people up with 5G and the robots and controlling people with their phones, because everyone's hooked up to all these different apps and 5G and 4G and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they have all these towers around, these cell phone towers and these 5G towers. Africa doesn't have any of that. So
there's no place for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a place for it.
So it's like,
thankfully.
Yeah, it's like, what the colonizers, wow.
Good job.
What the colonizers meant for bad, it's like the Most High is using it for good. Like, yes, they deliberately kept Africa at this level and deliberately kept it, raped its resources, and deliberately kept the people in such poverty that they wouldn't be able to get to past a certain level, especially with technology. Now it's going to be a saving grace because the Western world is already hooked up to these systems. Like, they're already tracking you with your phones. They already have the 5G towers. They already have everything, very good internet. As you know, in Africa, the internet is not that good all the time. So
it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm okay with that. They have the satellites up in the sky. They have everything in place to implement this new world order. And they don't have that here in Africa. And that's actually a blessing. I know Africa is we want to, get to this level. We want to advance. Yes, we should advance in certain areas like infrastructure, water, sanitation, those type of things. But technology, that technology, we can do without that.
Yeah.
Especially if that.
Yeah. Without it, a time when we didn't have cell phones. That was a different type of time. So everything ain't all innovation not good. All innovation not, for the betterment of us as a people and what we supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And then, man, I saw a quote. Somebody was like, the people who go back to living like the Flintstones will be like the influencers, or the people who are, what did he say? The people who will have it figured out in the end times when stuff hit the fan, the people who go back to living like the Flintstones, go back to the ways we used to live, the way we used to operate as a people, as individuals, as community.
Thank you, A.M. Stone, for the gift.
Yeah, thank you. Santi Sana. Asante something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to get back to, is that communal, off the grid, I know y'all seen all the prepper channels like off the grid, homesteading, self-sustainability, outside of the system. That's what we're gonna have to get back to. And I forgot about the drones they have and the robot dogs. There's in New York, they have robot police dogs now that can come and arrest you and like perform police officer duties. Um, and they have the drones where they can come and spy on you just from their desk, or even from that shoe. They can be sitting on the toilet spying on you. They don't have to do much to control people. They don't have that here, and they don't even have like a formal address system here. Like if you want to get mail here, you have to like go down to like FedEx or DHL or the local postal system and either get a PO box down there or just pick up your mail directly from the place, like the office, because there's not any addresses where they can like, oh, they live here, like, no. We even heard that there was a tribe out in somewhere in Tanzania, a Maasai tribe, and they hadn't even heard about COVID. They had no idea about COVID. Like they live in a remote area.
Man, even another tribe we learned, they actually like don't have a house. They just travel and make a home, make a hut, like not even a hut, like a small little space where they can just not be in the sun or the rain and go to sleep. So some people, man, so far removed.
Y'all forgive me, I'm getting over a little something. Yeah. Yeah. So, I know the window is closing, with the mandates and the stuff that's going on, the travel restrictions in America. Because I know, like, in Germany and Australia, they already, like, told the unvaxxed people, like, if you don't get the jab, like, you can't leave the house, pretty much, And I heard they were arresting people in certain places and carting them off to camps, detention centers, and all sorts of things. So, it's only a matter of time. This is not to fearmonger or to place fear in anyone. This is just to discuss the times that we're in and to be prepared, to have a plan. We know they're like carting people off and all these sorts of things, and we know that it's only a matter of time before it reaches the Western world, I would say. So, we have people emailing us all the time, like, I'm trying to come, I'll be out by, this and this date. A lot of people are planning on coming the beginning of 2022. So that's great, For those of you who are planning on coming, definitely keep working towards your plans and like keep abreast of what's going on, because things are changing so rapidly, like from day to day, like you never know what the new mandate is going to be. But we know like that window is closing. And so people say, oh well, the new world order is going to be all over the world.
There's always a remnant.
Yeah, there's always a remnant
in every city. Somebody just said, what do we do? I guess you're referencing to like exactly what my wife just mentioned. Like, there's always a remnant in every city, in every town. You'll have a place of refuge. You just have to ask, and it'll be revealed to you where it is. You'll run into it.
Yeah, and also the scriptures in Revelation talk about the last beast being like partly weak and partly strong, and being made of iron and clay. And so, for me, that interpretation is that some areas the beast will be strong. They'll have like full control, and then in other areas they're not going to have that tight grip and that full control.
Eat raw and healthy. Thank you. Thank you for the donation.
They're not going to have that full control because the scriptures state that we're going to have a place of refuge in the wilderness. And so in order for that to happen, then we know that there has to be places where there's places of refuge, and then places where the system is not going to have that tight grip, because of the infrastructure, because of the lack of technology, because of the lack of paved roads. In some areas here, you can't even access with a vehicle. Like, you have to walk, get out and walk, so it's like,
gonna take some work.
These are just some things to think about, you know, like when you're making your plans. If you haven't watched our other video, get prepared for what's coming, definitely check that out. But as you're making your plans to ride this out, because that's what we're going to have to do. Those who are going to endure, we're going to have to ride this thing out. As you're making your plans on where you're going to be, where you're going to set your family up at, what type of things you're going to do for money. These are some of the things you want to start thinking about. Like, man, like, do I want to stay over here and work things out in America and knowing that they can track me at any moment?
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying it's not doable, but it's just going to be harder, in the West than it will be in other areas such as Africa. I know some people said they were going to South America. I don't know too much about South America, but I would imagine that the infrastructure wouldn't be as in place as it is in like America and Europe and Australia. Thank you, Tazadika Shemuel, for the gift.
And eat raw and live healthy. Asked the question like 3 times.
Oh, what was the question?
Sorry. How much capital does a couple need to move to Tanzania?
We get that question all the time.
So much.
Honestly, it depends on how you want to live. Like, if you want to come out here and you want to live like your best life, like live like a rock star, then of course you're going to need more than someone who's coming to like live more like a local lifestyle. But I would say you can get by with anywhere from between 500 USD and up. You can easily like live your life, buy groceries, transportation, whatever you need for $500.
Oh, come over here. I think that's mean how much they need to come over here.
Oh, so like for plane, well, that's just like a monthly budget. But like for plane tickets, they were averaging like around $700 per person. On Ethiopia Airlines.
Still now?
I don't know. I haven't checked in like a couple of months, but last time I checked, it was like $700.
Yeah.
And then
$1,400.
Yeah, rent. You can find a nice apartment. I mean, you could or a house anywhere from like $100 up. So it really just depends on your budget, how you want to live, where you want to live, what type of amenities you need. But yeah, you can come out here and live for it really cheap.
Yeah. The
locals live on like $100 a month.
Man, we trying to get down to that. That'd be nice.
That's going to be hard for us coming from America, but it's doable. If you need to get it done, if that's all you're working with, then
boom.
Just know, like, this is my budget and I have to stick to it.
Yeah, you just have to stay consistent.
Thank you, Hands with Golden Dove, $10 for the baby.
Thank you. Uh-oh. She said thank you.
She said thank you. So yeah, man, it's a lot of things that's going on. It's a lot of things to think about. Those of you who are prepping in America, y'all may want to start getting together and forming like groups. Yeah. Like, hey, like if such and such happen, we're gonna meet here. This is what I have, like stored up. What do you have? So that y'all can form some sort of system, because we're all gonna need each other to get through what's coming on this earth. You're not gonna be able to I'm not gonna say no one individually isn't gonna be able to survive, but it's gonna be much easier to survive in a group.
Yes, definitely.
John said your wife is ill. Yes, I know. I'm getting over a cough. Yeah.
Poorly, John, if it's offending you.
He like, why is she coughing for? Journey with us is in the house. Hey sis.
Karibu. Hey, chill out, John.
He said it's malaria. The devil is a lie. It's not malaria. How you just going, man, y'all better stop speaking stuff on people. You don't put malaria on nobody.
Right.
He said, I'm so happy you are here. God bless you.
I'm from Nigeria. What time is it there?
You don't know no better. He said, sorry, I was just concerned. It's okay, John. I understand. But yeah, no, I don't have malaria.
I understand. Yeah, bro, I love my African brothers. Y'all are so direct. Like, bro, y'all don't need no harm.
Man, it's like when Naya, man, they were like pissed off. They're like, why is she outside? Why is she outside? Like, she's too young. I'm like, man, she's almost 2 months.
Man.
Like, the babies don't have to stay in the house, and she need to get outside, get some sun, and get her immune system exposed to the outside world. But yeah.
Yeah, we feel you,
funny.
John.
A.M. Stone said, thank you. Is it hard to own your own business there, and how often do you need to leave the country on your visa? You want to answer that?
No, you can have it.
John, okay, chill.
What do you say this time?
Go see the doctor. I am the doctor. I've been drinking. Let me tell you what I've been doing. I've been drinking ginger, lemon, elderberry, moringa, baobab. But you know, it takes time for you to recover. It doesn't happen overnight. Like I'm okay, y'all. Sorry, I'll try not to cough loud if it's offending people.
No.
But yeah, okay. Back to your question, A.M. Stone. Is it hard to own your own business there? No, it's not. We set up our business in like 2 or 3 weeks. It cost us about $1,200 USD. And the lawyer did everything for us. We literally just submitted our paperwork, and she did everything for us. And then you need to leave the country every 90 days on the multiple entry tourist visa. You tell them about the buses.
Oh.
I'm scared to cough now. I feel like I got like
No.
I'm back in America with the COVID people. Like if you cough or like sneeze, like folks is like, you know, dang.
But the buses, yes, they have buses here that take you from Tanzania to the bordering countries, or even further if you want, for like man, what, like 20? I don't know the exact price. Can y'all tell me the price, family? Journey
like,
with us.
I think it was like $14.
$14 per
it's
person.
Not much, yeah. It's just a couple of dollars to get out the country and get back in.
Yeah.
Now the ride is long. It's like 14 hours, 15 hours, but I like long rides. I like to look at the scenery, explore the country.
Yeah.
So, but you can always fly too, which is more expensive, but it's quicker. You know, it's like 1 hour or less to get somewhere. Oh, and they changed. It's some good news too. They changed the. Tell them about that.
The business visa.
Yeah.
Yes. So after your 2 years, you're eligible for 6.
Gotta explain it. You're like what? After your 2 year what?
So after you like you get your 2-year business permit and everything, and you finish off your 2 years after you've been here for 2 years and you've done business and you've been in good standing and everything, then you get a 6-year window on your next permit, and then
8. What you said 8 years? Or was it 6?
I think 6 or 8, 6 or 8, but it's one of those. And you know, after 8 years, you can gain citizenship here too. So that'll be like the perfect transition. So
yeah.
That's great news. It's a step in the right direction. Whoever made that happen, thank you.
Yeah.
we appreciate it, but we still keep working and make,
Lots of things are changing because,
Yeah.
y'all got to remember that this is the first time the diaspora has returned back to Africa en masse. So they're trying to figure out what to do with us, like what laws need to change.
Yeah.
They still have to protect themselves as a sovereign nation, but they're still trying to work with us. So things are changing.
Yeah.
Kidogo, slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a process. You gotta be, you gotta be willing to take some blows and you gotta be able to take some things. Mm-hmm. It's a process. And that's anywhere too, Some people think if you go to another country, you won't deal with problems. Like each country have their own set of problems. So if you go to one country and you dealing with problems, you just gonna go to another country and start off with another set of problems that you could have been in another place at, So, man, just pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
And when you come with a business mindset and a builder's mindset. Come with ideas, or if you can have your business idea already like in place, that'll be good. Even if you have like your website and everything together.
Yeah.
So when you get here, you just hit the ground running. But come with the mindset to contribute towards Africa and to help build Africa. And you'll be successful. You'll be able to stay because you're fulfilling a need and you're finding your niche.
Yeah.
There's a really good lady on YouTube who does videos on business. Well, actually, Journey with Us, and then Dr. Harnett, NET. She's in Rwanda. She does really good videos on how to like import, export, and how to set up different businesses in Africa. So yeah.
It's doable. But if you don't, don't get discouraged if you don't have a business or entrepreneur mindset.
Somebody said, I'll keep it on, said, for Sister Shimon, what Rwandan tribe are you, Hutu or Tutsi?
Don't say the wrong thing. We don't know.
I don't even know if I'm a Rwandan tribe. But when I was in Rwanda, they told me I looked Rwandan, so I don't know.
Yeah. Must be East African.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have an entrepreneur mindset, don't let that deter you. But
you can invest.
You can invest,
into someone else's idea or vision.
Yeah, and you can come over here and try to help support someone's job, get a job with someone, try to work with a diaspora or local if you have the right skill set.
Hands with Golden. Let me see. Golden Dove. Have you heard of Posta for shipping to U.S. from TZ? I want to keep my U.S. clientele. Yes. Yeah, I've actually shipped with Posta like twice. They're the cheapest option here. FedEx and DHL are more expensive than the Posta. So I would definitely recommend shipping with Posta if you can.
But tell them about the regulations, depending on what they sell.
I don't know about.
Because you remember the oils and stuff, it was...
Certain things that you ship with Posta, you have to get a permit for. But with FedEx and DHL, you can pretty much ship whatever. So I guess it's a trade-off. You have to do your research on that to see what's the best option for you, depending on what you're shipping and who you're shipping to, and like your clientele and everything. Can you bring dry goods there? Tiff said yes, you can. So yeah, let me try to answer some of these questions. Let us try to answer some of these questions. How would you go about finding? Lashandra Samuel said, "How would you go about finding housing?"
I would go to a Dalali and tell them what you're looking for, and be firm about your budget. Depending on who you go to, like tell them this is the house that you want to go to, and if I don't go to this house in this price range, I don't want to go anywhere else. Like you have to be firm and let them know, like I'm serious about this budget range, because they'll hear English sometimes and they'll try to take you somewhere that's more expensive just because they think, man, just because they think you got some money. Like, bro, I didn't ask them. This is out of my budget. So yeah, make sure you're firm on your budget when you meet a Dalali, and that's the process that you have to take here.
Yeah. And you can also look on Zoom Tanzania, ZOOM Tanzania.com. Look at like housing, and usually they want anywhere from 3 to 6 months rent up front.
Sometimes you can go.
Yeah, but sometimes you can negotiate like month to month, or pay 3 months up front and then go to month to month. You can negotiate pretty much everything here, so depending on your budget or whatever, you can set it up pretty much how you want for the most part. And they have some places that are month to month too as well, just automatically. So just tell the Dalali what you want. If y'all looking for a good Dalali, y'all can email us and we'll send you someone's information that we know of that's a pretty good Dalali. But otherwise, you can just find one when you get here as well. Let's see. Tazadika, do we need to have a year worth of rent before we move? No. Okay, yeah, so I just answered that question. No, anywhere from 3 to 6 months. Sometimes you can do month to month as well. Naya. Henry Ross said, what's your email address? So I'll type it in the description box. Alright. The board monitor said, trade each other's goods within everyone come up with a good or service. Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone has a gift. Everyone has something that they contribute to the world.
Yeah, and really, money is useless. You know, it's pointless if you're bartering, because it's basically like the middleman. Like, you're only using money to buy goods and services anyway. When you can just go directly to that person and be like, hey, I got this. You know, I got these services, or I got these goods, and I need this. And y'all figure out what's a fair exchange rate. We're definitely going to get back to that model at some point.
Yeah,
you know,
we have to.
Yeah, it's going to be the only way to survive. Moving forward, you know, if you're not going to be part of their technocratic system and their new world order, you're going to have to. Music, what she dies for every day.
Yeah.
Like, we can't even go to the grocery store without seeing somebody.
Yes,
yeah.
It's a lot of us here now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's a lot of us. It's a bunch of us.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Sade Timmons said oregano oil is amazing. Elderflowers can be better than the berries, or use both. Yeah, I have both. I have elderflowers and elderberry syrup. I don't have any oregano oil. I need to get some more of that. Tazadika said, do I leave the country to go to America or to the nearest country? I wouldn't suggest you go back to America. If you're on your tourist visa, I would suggest you go to another African country. That'll just be the easiest option. Darrell McCall said, can you buy a nice house for $30,000 with land?
30,000?
You can build a house for $30,000 with land. I don't know if you can buy one for that price. Well, you can buy a smaller house. Yeah.
For 20,000 and buy land for 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. But foreigners can't own land here. That's the thing. You have to have a. What was it? What was it? Dang. You have to have a business. Yes.
Jewel now said, how can you use bank debit cards there? And how do you bank there? You use the bank debit card just like you would in America. You can go to any ATM and withdraw money. And banking here, there's a couple of banks here that you can set up an account with as a foreigner as well. So, Repat Assist says, just want to say congratulations with the new baby girl. Do you guys know Third Eye Tribe channel? They are seeking for help to raise money for their ticket to go back to the States.
To go back. I heard of the brother joined the live one time that I had when they were still in the States. So they here and they're trying to go back to the States.
Why are they trying to go back? Repat Assist.
Oh man.
But I think if you go to the U.S. Embassy and tell them that you're stranded, I think they'll send you back for free. So maybe they can try that. I'm not sure why they're trying to go back. Maybe you can provide some more insight and we can help a little further. Michael Jatoya Jackson, shalom. Tiff said, is it possible to have someone find you a house before you get there?
It's possible, but man, I wouldn't recommend it. It's better for you to be here. It's better for you to be here. Or it's someone that you really, really trust. But in my opinion, I would say it's better for you to be here, because just in case you see something. And then, like everyone is at different levels of what they're, used to adjusting to over here, or are able to adjust to. So, maybe some things that you're not comfortable with, that the person that looked for you is like, oh, this is nothing, it's cool. I've seen worse. So yeah, it's better for you to see it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
what is Jewel Niles? How much for each ATM withdrawal? It really depends on each bank. I know one bank is like you have the CRDB is like 8,000 T shillings. I think between 8,000, it'll average between 8 to 12, maybe 13,000 T shillings, somewhere between there. All of the ATMs will be different though.
Somebody said they ran out of money. They have a video on it. Oh man.
Oh man.
That sucks.
Dang.
I have to go check that out. I didn't see that.
But they want to go back. They can stay. You talk to them.
You know them?
I talked to the brother. He came on the live one time, on the live stream.
How long have they been here?
Not long. Maybe 3 months.
Wow. Dang.
3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, Repat Assist, are you here in Dar es Salaam? Azame said, so happy to see you guys. I caught you live. I've been watching you since the beginning, but YouTube lost my old account. Great news for you guys. Thank you, Azame.
Thank you.
Grateful One, thank you so much for the gift.
Thank you, Grateful One.
Para 37 said, do you guys use the bus, dollar, motorbikes, or do you own a car or use Uber?
We own a car. We use Uber, Bajaji sometimes, and I used to ride the boda, but as of late, I don't ride it anymore. I'm done. But so in a dollar, no, we haven't ridden a dollar yet. And was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, not yet on a dollar.
I want to though. I want to try. When she gets a little bit older, we gonna go in the dollar.
Somewhere.
Yeah. For those who don't know, the dollar is basically like the city bus. You can get on there for like a quarter.
Yeah, I bet we on here speaking Swahili. Sorry about that. Sorry. Dollar.
Jim said, besides Tanzania, congratulations on the new baby. Thank you. Besides Tanzania, is there any other African countries you would recommend for repats? I don't want to say a specific country because I haven't lived anywhere, and I don't want to send someone somewhere and they be like, "Oh, T3 told me to come here, and I'm having a horrible time." And YouTubers are telling people
this and that.
Yeah, but I would say like literally like anywhere on the continent is better than being in Babylon. So there's YouTubers who are doing videos like in different countries. Like pick a couple of countries that you're interested in and like do some research on it. Follow some YouTubers who live there and who can share their experiences with you, and then pray and ask the Most High like, where should I go, and let Him lead you. But I can only speak for Tanzania and Rwanda. Both of them are really beautiful countries that I would recommend that people look into.
And if you see, any YouTubers in any other countries and they offer consultation, take advantage of it. Because it's not just about, just talking to them. They really we have insightful information. Like it's nothing like on the ground information rather than what you see on the media. Because you can have a real conversation with somebody and really get to know them and get to the bottom of ask all your questions, get everything answered, so you won't leave anything to chance. You won't misunderstand things. Because we've had people several times ask questions because of something that they heard on the video that we said and they interpreted it wrong or didn't get the wrong understanding from it.
Or someone else's video.
Yeah, or someone else's video.
That came and left and don't know what's what.
Yeah. So it's important that if you see somebody over there, man, just talk to them. If they have it, just reach out to them and try to have that conversation with them.
And then we can't say everything on YouTube too. Because there's agents, there's people watching, people who are mad as heck that people are coming over here, and leaving the West. So, you just gotta be wise about all the information you put out there. So, I know some people are like upset, like, oh, people are charging people for information, but it's like a $60 investment can save you thousands of dollars down the line. It can prevent you from having to leave and go back. Because you didn't do your due diligence, or maybe you got wrong information, or maybe you got outdated information. Who knows? But really, from all the information online, you really don't have to pay for a consultation. You can wade through the information and get all the information yourself, but it's just going to take time and diligence, and some people don't have the time to do that and don't feel like doing that. So, if you're one of those people, definitely take advantage of people who are offering consultations and stuff, because it's valuable information. Like we said, this has never been done before.
Yeah.
This is uncharted territory. So you definitely want to get the scoop, the inside scoop on what's going on. And then we see, like, with all these countries that they put travel restrictions on, South Africa and like 7 other countries, we see that they're trying to say that the Omarion variant came from South Africa, which it didn't. It was just discovered by South African scientists.
Wow.
Yeah. And so now there's travel restrictions to like 7 countries down there in that area: Zimbabwe, Zambia. Is it Zambia? Zimbabwe and some other countries, Namibia.
And those countries are beautiful.
Yeah, in the southern part of Africa. So we see that they're slowly trying to stop people from getting over here. It's 8 countries now. Who knows what it's going to be next week or tomorrow?
Yeah.
Whenever they feel like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Pull the rug.
Yeah.
Close the curtains.
Yeah.
They can pretty much do what they want, which is good. In a way, it's good, because it's like we don't need any more people coming into Africa who are just coming in here to just take and to rob and to not contribute meaningfully. But at the same time, we do want our brothers and sisters to be able to get over here.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah. You gotta, always remember that these media outlets are just tools. Like, they're just tools for people to tell their story and put out a narrative that they want to put out. Our narrative just so happens to be pure and from the heart and loving and, inviting and, warm, I guess. But some people are putting out things to program you to feel a certain way. Like, they've got us down to a science. They know how to manipulate how we feel just by putting a certain type of image in our face. So y'all just be wise, and it's important that you think for yourself. Think for yourself.
Hands with Golden Dove said, "Dollar dollar" sound like the Jamaican band in Queens, New York. Wow. You remember that? Dollar dollar. And then Angela said, "Congratulations on your new baby. May the Most High continue to bless you all." Thank you.
Thank you.
Boo Boo Gang.
Santi.
Man, that name is funny.
Boo Boo Gang.
More diaspora should come to Kenya. It's great, but I want to visit Tanzania thanks to y'all and others. Yeah, I've seen pictures and I've heard good things about Kenya. It looks very beautiful. I haven't been, so I can't speak too much.
Yeah.
Go Black to Africa. Thank you so much for the super sticker.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate
coming
it.
back to Tanzania. I know you want Sierra Leone now, right? Let's see. Jewel now said, anything like Kenya mandate happening? Not that I know of. I haven't heard of any new mandates in Kenya. Henry Ross said, when are you...
Oh, sorry. WJ Pruitt, congratulations on the new baby. Thank you for sharing your story. Why did you choose Tanzania over Rwanda?
Okay, we're going to come back to that question.
Right. Thank you for the donation.
When are you... I'm going to answer that after this one. When are you going to have a live Zoom? You know what? I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, we should probably do like a Zoom call, because we can say more things over Zoom. We can see people's faces. Mm-hmm. Make sure ain't no agents. So yeah, that's something that's coming soon. Henry Ross.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the question about why did we choose... Someone was just answering that today. Someone else asked that. Why did we choose Tanzania over Rwanda?
Because, I mean, you know...
You look like a kid in class.
Rwanda was nice, don't get me wrong. But it's just something about Tanzania and about us building here and us having space to build. Rwanda's pretty developed too. And
In
it's
certain
landlocked, yeah, in
areas, in
certain areas.
Kigali, but not like in the countryside.
Yeah. It's landlocked as well. And compared to a beach,
Thank you, Angela, for the super chat.
thank you, Angela, we appreciate it. So yes, but compared to a beach, like it's a totally different vibe. And it's a totally different area to build in. It's like a more of a, I don't know, Rwanda, no offense, but it feels like a great retirement city. And then we went during COVID. So it was kind of like, we didn't get to see the full Kigali being open and running and thriving. So we went at a time that wasn't really good representation.
Well, yeah, because they had the curfews. Like when we got there, it was like 7 p.m.
Man.
And then it was extended to 9 p.m. And then they're just very strict about COVID. Like if you were in your car without a mask on, they'll be like pointing to you like,
Man.
put your mask on, like
Police
in the car.
on the corner.
Yeah, standing there, like making sure people had their masks on. Like you couldn't even get on a motorcycle without a helmet on, which is fine. But I'm like, they were just like super strict, like with everything. And also, Rwanda is a very hilly, mountainous country, and so it was usually cooler than what I would expect for what I expected. Like when I'm like, okay, I'm going to Africa. I want somewhere that's always like full sun and I can get to the beach, which is Tanzania. To me, Tanzania like reminds me of like the islands, Bahamas or Jamaica. So Rwanda was a lot cooler. So if you're someone that doesn't like really hot temperatures, then you're gonna really love Rwanda. But overall, Rwanda is very beautiful, like very, very beautiful, very clean. It just was too strict with the COVID stuff, and the temperature. I wasn't really feeling that. Like I want to see sun. I want to get burn me when I go outside.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
It's nice though.
Yeah. All right, so back to some of these questions. Darrell McCall said, can you set up a export-import business as a foreigner there? Yes. I don't know if you were here earlier, but check out Dr. Harnett. She's in Rwanda. She does lots of YouTube videos on import-export businesses from Africa. She has some really good information too. So check her out. And I think she offers courses where she actually teaches people. So there's she has a lot of good resources. There's a lot of good resources online. Yeah. So there's no excuse, y'all. Like if y'all want to get here, y'all need ways to make money. I'm telling y'all, check out Dr. Harnett, check out Journey with Us, check out some of our videos, check out Go Black. Like people are telling y'all how y'all can get here, how y'all can make money, XYZ.
There are ways. There's possibilities.
Yeah.
Just have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nikki P said, how can we meet up with you guys and the expats there in TZ? Are you here now? Nikki P. What's the temperature today in Tanzania? I'm not sure, but it was hot. I've been sweating. So it's at least like in the probably like 90s or something like that. Oh, he gonna tell you the temperature. Let's see. Tamari J said the doctor in South Africa was actually truthful, and all the Europeans that had cases in their countries lied as usual.
This is sad, but do you say 30 degrees Celsius? 30 Celsius.
30 degrees, I think, Celsius.
30 degrees Celsius.
What's that in Fahrenheit?
30 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's what the devil does. They still kill, destroy, lie, to be expected. And South Creation said, I'm already in South Africa, ain't no COVID. Wow.
She said, ain't no COVID. Thank you, sis.
So, yeah, South Creation, tell them in the chat more because they always be lying. I know they be lying because they be lying about what's going on here.
86 degrees.
Yeah, 86. Yeah, let the people know what's going on in South Africa.
Can you spell the doctor's name?
Harnet. Dr. Harnett. Excuse me, y'all. Right. Yeah, he said he's been here for 6 months. Ain't no COVID. Okay.
Ain't no COVID. 6 months.
Liberated Expressions. Congratulations on the beautiful baby girl. Thank you so much. Kiera Bibosa says, any of your family considering interested in going to Tanzania or another country to live?
Any of our family?
Mm-hmm. His family's from Memphis, y'all.
Yeah.
My family's from New York. They love
Where they at?
where they at. They ain't going nowhere. They like, New York is the best place ever. Like, what? Like, I'm from New York. Like, why I'm going? I'm not going nowhere. Y'all know how New Yorkers are. We think we the best state
In the world.
and best place in the world.
Yeah. In my family, nah, it's the furthest thing from any of their minds.
They're supposed to be coming to visit, so maybe they may
Yeah.
come and fall in love. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I know one of my little brothers is really serious about possibly coming to visit. I know he's kind of serious. But, yeah.
All right.
Leah Coca, I'm Tanzanian, live in Turkey, but I'm regretting to live there. Life is too expensive here. Coming back home soon. Karibu. Karibu, Leah.
Welcome back to your country.
Welcome home. Come back home. We're waiting for you.
Yeah, we here. The diaspora is here. Empress, just Empress. Mm-hmm.
Have you guys, Empress, just Empress, have you guys had water shortages? Yes, we have. That's a part of it. You know, you just have to adjust and deal with the water. At least you got some water. You just boil it, do what you gotta do, and keep moving. Jermongo Long, blessings from Zanzibar. Asante Sana, thank you. Liberated Expressions, is the furniture biodegradable there instead of being made from polyester?
Wow.
Good
I don't
question.
think so. No, I don't think it's biodegradable, but that's something that you can come and build here. Some biodegradable furniture.
Jewel Niles, break-ins in the Gambia, not there or Rwanda, right? I can't lie and say there's not break-ins here. Some people get their house.
There's break-ins all over the world, y'all.
Yeah.
Is it like super common? No.
No, but it happens.
But it happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a part of.
But there's bars on the window, so the most they can do is just like reach your hand in and like grab something that's like right there.
Yeah. The Nanfuka. Greetings from cold Denmark. Woo. Dreaming of going back home to Uganda. Wow, you're in Denmark and you're from Uganda. Go back home. Go home. The motherland is calling you back. It's time.
Yeah, come build up Africa.
It's time.
Uganda. I want to go there.
Master Jacob, thank you for the 99 cents. We appreciate it. Tiff, how the markets there and the prices? I'll let you handle that one.
What type of markets? Like vegetable, fruit, or like clothing? What type of markets?
Nikki P said she's Nisi? Is it Nikki?
I'm not sure. She said she's here.
Yeah, she's here.
She wants to know how to link up with us.
There's the next event is the Expats Fest. There's an Expats Fest coming up.
And the pop-up.
Yeah, and the pop-up shops that we have monthly. And
there's a couple of WhatsApp groups around too. So just send us an email and we'll try to get you connected to the right people in the right groups.
Exploring with Bella Noshi. What do y'all think about the smash and grabs over here in the States?
Oh, in the stores, I saw them. They smashed up the Louis Vuitton store, I think. And I'll just say this: I don't condone violence.
I don't. But
I will say that reparations.
Hey,
Reparations.
I'm sorry, but
By any means necessary.
hey, them boys eating. They eating. I'm sorry, y'all, but majority of that
Hey, wasn't
merchandise.
Louis Vuitton founded on slave money anyway? So like.
That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. You know what I'm saying? This man, at the root of what many of them companies do, it's not ethical, and it's not something they're supposed to be doing. So you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Them boys be eating. They be like 30, 30 deep running in the store. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all, it's hilarious. They really, man. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. That's how we feel about it.
Javon said, appreciate the consultation last week, family. See you all soon. Keep building. Okay, bro.
You're welcome, bro.
Curry boo. Somebody said ginger. Yeah, I've been taking ginger too.
David Armstrong, when y'all first moved to Tanzania, how long did it take for you to learn the language? Oh, I would say maybe to learn how to count and get the basics, maybe like, say about, it took a lot longer than it should have. Say about 5 months, 4 or 5 months.
You gotta speak for yourself.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 months for me, but it could have took quicker had I been more serious in the beginning and like more focused on focused on learning it. But I was really just trying to figure, I wasn't practicing as much as I should have at first. This one? Yeah. Sade Timmons, can you drink from the springs or mountains water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard some people do. We haven't had the opportunity to do it though.
Yeah, you can drink from running streams, because it's usually being filtered by volcanic ash or rocks. So like running streams are good. Like if you're in a survival situation, you can drink from those, but you don't want to drink from like stagnant water or ocean water.
Yeah. Somebody said I came in. No, hold on. I may bring a Berkey.
Hey, can you fit 2 in your suitcase? No, I'm just kidding.
I may bring a Berkey. Ah! Liberated expressions. Empress, just Empress. I came in late. How are the restrictions, and are they pushing it? No, the restrictions are non-existent, and no, they're not pushing anything.
You just have to take the COVID test.
Yeah, you have to have a test. That's it though. But no, they're not pushing anything. Master Jacob, peace and love. Thank you. Santi Sana. I heard the prices in Uganda. Huh? Boo Boo Gang. I heard the prices in Uganda are very similar to TZ. Oh, word? I haven't been there yet.
Tips talking about the food markets. So you can get a whole bag of vegetables like onions, peppers, tomatoes, potatoes for like $1. So it's very inexpensive. You can get like a whole chicken for 10,000 T shillings, which is like $4 or less. You can get like 2 pounds of ground beef for 10,000 T shillings, which is like $4. So it's very, very inexpensive.
Jay's Life Out Loud. What are 5 things you would tell someone just landing in Tanzania? Oh man. 5 things I would tell someone. Number 1, stay focused. Like, it's beautiful, it's nice, but don't forget why you came over here. Like, don't get sidetracked and get in vacation mode for too long. Number two,
don't come with any money over less than 2014. They won't exchange your money if it's printed, if it's been printed in 2015 or less. So make sure you look at all your money and make sure it's 2015, 2016, going up from there. Otherwise, you're gonna just have money on you that you pretty much can't use. It's gonna be useless money. So that's one thing. Well, the second thing. Third thing was come with a VPN so that you can access all the websites on your phone. Um, you can use like VPN Tomato or Hotspot Shield or whatever VPN service you wanna use. But make sure you download that on your phone before you get here. I'll let you answer.
Number 4. Number 4. Make sure you heal, or if you haven't healed on certain things, you know, certain character flaws and certain way that you do things, make sure you take the time to figure out why you do the things that you do, and you heal and detox from America and what we had to deal with and grow up in. I think that's important. Number 4. Yeah, so make sure you detox and not really just take your time and realize this is a different world. Like literally, this is a totally different world from what we're accustomed to and what we used to have to deal with. So it's gonna take some healing. It's gonna take some self-love and be a little lenient with yourself. And number 5, I would say do not get caught up with gossipers. Do not, there will be people sitting waiting to gossip about things that, you think we would escape that from America.
Sit in coffee shops and gossip about people all day.
All day.
Old people.
Yes. You have to be strategic with who you talk to and spend your time with, because gossiping will pull you off from what you're supposed to be doing. Stay focused. And everybody who pretends like, or who look like us or pretend like they us, is not really us and for us. So you have to be strategic with who you spend your time with, because everybody is really not who they say they are. So, yeah, be careful. And you can do it though. You can do it. Just be wise. Just be wise. And it'll get done. That's my 5. That's our 5.
All right. Tamara said, what do you think about black on black violence in Memphis, especially the sad passing of young Dolph?
I think it's sad, it's very unfortunate, but man, I have to be an adult and be mature about it and really realize, like, bro, he you can't talk about that for that long. You know what I mean? Our words are so powerful. Like, it's just another example to me, like how powerful our words are. And how destructive it is for us to continue to listen to that same type of music and to have that same mindset, because that's the only reason that a lot of the violence, one of the reasons that a lot of the violence is going on, because it's perpetrated in the music that we listen to, or that many of the people, are listening to in that area. So if you listening to that type of music, that's going to be your first initial instinct to react to what you've been listening to or what's been downloaded into you. So man, if that's what's if that's what you putting out, if that's what you speaking, then unfortunately, what I'm saying, that's how it go. Like, I feel sad for my brother, but at some points you gotta elevate and realize, like, I need to change what I'm saying. Like, I hate it happened to him, because I grew up listening to it, and I watched his story. So, I ain't trying to bash him or anything. I still felt some type of way about it, but it's like, dang, I watched the results of what you keep doing if you stay down that path. If you don't change how you operate, I watched what happened. So, RP to Dolph, man. It's a sad situation. I hope, a lot of our brothers get it and realize that they need to change what they listen to, change what they ingest, and then that'll in turn change what they put out. That's a journey too. RP Dolph, man. Why you have to bring that up? Oh.
Lavender Pearl said, are you allowed to own firearms? No. But I heard that you can get a special pass if you go to the embassy. So I don't know what you need to do because I don't fool with the embassy.
Yeah.
But you can't bring firearms in from America. I know that.
No, don't try that, please.
T. Zadika said, I'm looking forward to scheduling a consultation. I couldn't do it through the site for some reason. Yeah, you should be able to do it through the site. You say you sent me an email, so I'll send you the link. Yeah, maybe it's your phone that's acting up. All right. So, yeah. I think we're gonna start wrapping this on up. You got anything else?
Dang. I was ready to go for 3 more hours.
All right. Come on.
Are your live streams announced in advance somewhere? I accidentally caught this one.
Sometimes we just jump on, but we had scheduled this one like a couple of hours ago, so we should turn on the notification, hit the notification and the subscribe button, and then it should send you notifications when we schedule lives or premieres or anything.
You said 2014 for the money, right?
Yeah.
It's 2014. No money after 2014.
Yeah, so it needs to be 2015, 2016, 2017 and up.
Yeah. And did a realtor help you get the house? No. This woman looked on Zoom Tanzania one night, and the next morning we reached out to the Dalali and we came here. So nah, she didn't. We didn't use a realtor. But yeah, man, you know, just like the title said, this is the saving grace. You know, this would be the saving grace. So we got a small window of opportunity. We got a small chance to do something. We got a small chance to, you know, make an impact on the world, because things are changing rapidly. And it's like if you haven't fell for the okie doke this far, there's still time for you to, you know, escape and save yourself and save your legacy and save your family. But you know, everybody doesn't want to do that. Everyone doesn't, you know, think that's the move. So there's always a remnant in your city or within your area that's close to you where you can have a place of refuge. So man, you know, just stay strong in these trying times and just stay focused on what you're supposed to do. And man, heal your soul so you can be able to be alone. Because, you know, a lot of us are going to have to be alone for a minute and be away from the world and not as in tune, because things are changing so fast and they may put people on lockdown again. So make sure you're healing and getting over those traumas that you can't look at, that you can't face, those people that you can't talk to. Try to talk to them, get over all that so you can really heal and, you know, be able to look at yourself and be alone with yourself and other people.
Yeah, and you know, it's like, while we still have a grace period, you know, for those who are planning on coming over. So, you know, use your time wisely. You know, use your time to do your research, to work, save up your money, sell things, figure out what sort of business ideas you like to start here. Start looking at different videos on how to import, export, because we know that while Babylon is falling, like, Africa is rising.
Somebody gotta rise.
And the kingdom is being built over here. So it's like, are you gonna come and help build, you know, now, or, you know, while you still can? And also, there was a video we watched. Well, there's a couple of videos we watched, and then there's the East African Federation, which is it was Tanzania, Rwanda, Congo, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, and I think Uganda. And so this whole eastern part of Africa is projected to be like one of the top economies in the next 10 years. So, you know, it's like we see the projections, we see what's happening, we see the trajectory of what's going on, and so we just need to be wise in our decisions and like how we move, how we invest, how we operate, and what we listen to. Looking at people on low frequency nonsense and BS. You know, like, we don't have time for that, y'all. Like, it's literally like do or die at this point. You know, like, the time is past to play games and to be on those type of frequencies, and then you shouldn't even be associated with people who are acting like that, because they're not going to do nothing but pull you down, and God forbid their judgment happens when you're around them and you get caught up in that judgment, because you weren't supposed to be there and you weren't supposed to be listening to that. You weren't supposed to be participating with this person's nonsense, So
Yes.
just be mindful and be strategic in how you move. Make every move your best move. Think things out thoroughly. Write the vision down and make it plain. Don't be afraid to invest money into things that are going to profit you in the long run. So yeah,
And think for yourself. You have to stay in that mindset of thinking for yourself. Like, think for yourself. It's so many different avenues trying to pull your attention, pull you away from what you need to focus on. So think for yourself. Think for yourself.
Yes. So, we love you guys. And, if y'all want a consultation to figure out how y'all can get over here, the link will be in the bio. It's in the bio of all of our other videos as well. I know some of y'all know we're doing the self-sustainable eco-village, 50-acre eco-village. So if you guys would like to donate, we have GoFundMe. So that the diaspora can come over here and they can purchase land and be self-sustainable as well. So definitely support that. So thank you guys so much for everyone who donated, for everyone who's sending prayers, love, support, share, subscribe, whatever. If you've helped in any way, form, or fashion, thank you guys so much. And
And if you also on your health journey, she didn't tell this part. If you're on your health journey and you're trying to get your health in order, my wife offers herbal consultations as well.
Yes.
She has a tell them.
What?
Your credentials.
My credentials. Oh man, I would like to do that.
You don't like to do it? It's
really.
Okay. That's why I asked.
So I have a master's of science degree in clinical herbal medicine. So basically, that means that I'm licensed to provide health consultations and to help people get over like chronic conditions, chronic illnesses, acute conditions. So basically, I do a consultation with you. I'll get your health history, any medicines you're on, family health history, and we'll go through like a lengthy consultation, and we'll come up with a treatment plan, lifestyle changes, dietary changes, herbal supplements that you can take to get you from point A to point B. I also specialize in like women's health as well. So yeah, if y'all want a herbal health consultation, that's on the same link as the Africa Repatriation consultations as well. And the last question, is a daycare a good business to have there? Yes, because as you know, we are fruitful here, so people always need daycare and child nanny services. So yes, definitely.
So thank you all for staying tuned this far, for being with us on this live. And if you watch this on playback, we appreciate you too as well. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, and we thank y'all. And no shalom, be safe. And if you come into this side, man, remember the top 5, things we said to remember when you land here. And I think you'll be okay.
And one last thing, when you get over here, or even before you get over here, there are people here who don't have people's best interests at heart, and people who operate from a jealous and a negative standpoint.
Yeah.
So don't let anyone get in your ear and be like, oh, don't work with this person, or don't work with that person, or they did X, Y, Z. Get to know the person for yourself and follow what the Most High is telling you to do, So I also wanted to just leave that with you guys before, because I know some people come over here, came over here, and they've gotten snaked kind of they've gotten like, what's the word? Pounced on by like some repats, and they're like trying to isolate them and like tell them like, don't work with these people, don't work with them. They're doing this, and they're just spreading lies and gossip and slander and nonsense. So don't get involved in that, y'all. Come and do what you're supposed to do. Come and do the Most High's work. Don't get caught up in that low vibrational nonsense. So,
Hey, shalom. Y'all be safe and take. We do this for a reason, to help y'all, to help people. So hey. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being a part of the journey, and we see y'all next time.